Hello everybody, it's Caitlin here. It's been a long time since I've made some soap, so I figured I'd bring you guys along for this custom order that somebody had. Luckily, all of the soap supply places have been pretty good with getting stuff out. So I was able to get fragrance oil and lye and stuff from Nature's Garden, and it came in 2 days from ordering it this past week. So I have in here my oils, my soft and my hard, all melted down. Before I add my lye, I'm going to add my colloidal oatmeal. And let's see if I have any other spoons over here. Yeah. There. This one's a little bit bigger. So I'm going to add about that much of colloidal oatmeal into this. And then the person wanted it to be exfoliating, so I'm going to add a gentle exfoliant, which is the walnut shell powder. So I'm going to go ahead and add all of this into the oils before I add the lye, because I want to just make sure this is all nice and blended. So I'm going to put 2 scoops of that in here. And I do have my sodium lactate in my oils also. And then I was also considering doing some cocoa butter for, or not cocoa butter, cocoa powder for some colorant. But I'm going to go ahead and blend this up first to see how this is looking. Oh, I have it all the way up. No wonder. I'm like, this is like extra powerful right now. So I like the amount of speckles that are in this for the exfoliation. So what I might do, because it's called Wild Wild West, the soap, and I don't know if I want to do 2 different colors or what I'm going to do. So I might do a slight swirl in it if the fragrance oil behaves. So I'll do a swirl of maybe cocoa powder and just leave it cocoa powder and then the regular color of the soap. So let me go ahead and get that together, and then I'll bring you guys back. So my kids are trying to break into the room while I'm doing this, so I'm going to quickly put a little bit of olive oil in this cup, and I'm going to use my unsweetened cocoa powder that I got from Aldi, and I'm going to put just a little bit of that in here just to darken it up some. And then I have my little blender here, and I'm going to whisk it up. And now I've made a chocolate oil combination. Smells amazing. So now all I have to do is I just have to pour my soap batter into it and then stir it up by hand if the batter gets too solid too quick. Whoops. Okay, so I stirred that all up. There's my cocoa and oil combination there. And I'm going to go ahead and grab my lye solution, and then I will bring you guys back. And for the fragrance oil, I'm using Nature Gardens Wild Wild West. It has a very masculine blend of like smoke, and other things. I can't remember the exact description of it. Oh, and leather. Just like different manly smells. So I'm going to go ahead and add in 1 ounce per pound of oils. So I'm going to add about 1.5 ounces, a little bit shy. Okay. And then I haven't added my lye in yet. Get that out of the way. So I'm going to go ahead and stick blend that so that it's nice and incorporated. Sorry for the noises. My kids are like literally right on the other side of the baby gate, playing with their toys. For some reason they find this the best time to do that. So I'm going to go ahead and add my lye solution now, which has been outside cooling down. And I'm going to pause this for a second and get the boys to quiet down. Alright, that might have worked. That might not have worked. But they got quiet for now. This smells really good. I heard that out of the bottle it smells mostly like leather, but then as it sits and cures, it starts taking on the other scent descriptions. So it has like 4.5 out of 5-star reviews on the website. So I'm hoping that that's a good thing and that this is going to be really nice. So we shall see. I'm going to do a little longer. And I tilt the bowl a little bit because this batch size is not a very big batch size. And I do not want to create a lot of air bubbles. So by tipping it, you get a little bit more depth there in the bowl. And you could stir it without getting all the air bubbles. Alright, so this feels like a good consistency. Actually, I might have stick blended it too long, but we will see. It says that it doesn't accelerate and all that, but I'll be the judge of that with my recipe. So I'm going to go ahead and pour off into this little pitcher here with this beautiful chocolate. What one do I want to use? I'll use this little spoon. And I'm just going to hand stir this. I'm making soap, honey. Don't come in here. And I just wanted something that was slightly darker, or a lot more darker, whichever works. Darker than the soap batter by itself. So this is looking really good. And I didn't care if it was a little thicker because I like to do more defined swirls that way. Sometimes if it's too thin of a trace, you can't get a good swirl. So I prefer it to be slightly thicker of a trace. And I'm just scraping this out of the bowl. All that fun stuff. Alright, so that's all mixed up. And I'm going to grab my mold. Make sure there's no soap in it. We're good. Okay, so I'm going to loosen this up because it's getting a little thick. So let me just do a quick stir. And let me, whoops, do, there. I'm going to stop it there. Yes, I'm making soap. Back up. I'm going to, whoops, drop it from up here. And then I'm going to go back in with this soap and just alternate. And then I'm going to stick a spoon in there and swirl it. That way I get a good swirl happening. This looks like gravy, doesn't it? Like some beef gravy. And I'm just going to take some in there. Sometimes you just have to ladle it in and that's fine too. You know what this looks like? Mashed potatoes and gravy. Oh, goodness gracious. Whatever. Sometimes things happen. Alright, so I'm going to do a quick bang down, and then I'm actually just going to go in with this spoon here that I've been using and just disturb the soap. It looks so much like mashed potatoes and gravy. It's weird because the soap started getting texture. So it's getting like that kind of bumpy texture of mashed potatoes. You know, like that, not gritty, but it has that slight bumpiness to it. Whoops. This does smell like leather, first off. Back up, buddy. I'm going to wipe these sides down. I'm going to bang this down somewhere else. I just have to be sure not to break my mold again. And then I was going to do some swirls. My son is throwing his toys around the living room. Oh, kids. Kids. I hope everybody else is having fun with their kids at home. Alrighty, guys. This is the Wild Wild West soap. And I will bring you guys back for the cut. Alright. So there's a little closer look at the top. You're scared. Alrighty, guys. I will see you guys tomorrow, and you guys will see me in about 2 seconds. Alrighty, guys. I am back to cut. I just wiped down my soap cutter, so let's see how well this does. I'm actually going to spin it around. And this did overheat a little bit. You can see it cracked right there in the top, which is no big deal. That just means that it gelled. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I want to make sure that I have enough bars of soap out of this. Alright. Ooh, that's pretty. Looks like the cocoa is discoloring around the edges. So that'll be kind of interesting to see what that turns into as it cures. My son is in the room with me while I'm cutting this, running around, being crazy. He just turned 2 at the beginning of March. So that's exciting. And today is my birthday, March 27th, and I just turned 29. So that's a little bit less exciting. There's like minimal drag marks, which is really nice. So I'm not even going to bother beveling this because if I try to, it'll make more drag marks. or planing it, but I will bevel them. It's really pretty. Oh yeah, James? Oh yeah? There's the end cut. And see, you can see how that cocoa powder discolored around the edge. Which is weird because only the cocoa powder discolored, not the regular batter color. And I didn't add any titanium dioxide to it, which is good. Otherwise I would have had crazy glycerin rivers. But yeah, and then the color says that it doesn't discolor. So we shall see what it turns into. Although that'd be really pretty if that cocoa color turned into that deeper color too. And there's a little bit of soda ash on top. I did have this covered with the lid that came with my mold, but sometimes that's not foolproof. And my mold that I used and my soap cutter are both from Workshop Heritage. I used the 2-pound mold size, which gives you about 5 bars of soap and a sample. And then this is their shorter, I believe it's their 10-inch soap cutter, because I don't need a crazy long one. So yeah, if you guys are interested in any of the tools that I used or anything like that, just leave a comment down below and I will let you know. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me give you guys a last look at the soaps real quick. Let me move this. Alright, so let's just lay these down. These came out so interesting. I did not expect this much fine swirling when I was using that little spoon. This is the one side of it, the edge, and then that's the inside. So, alrighty. Look at that. Alrighty guys, thank you so much for watching. Oh, this is crooked for you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in my next video. Alrighty, bye.